NFL fans, what's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. And I got a question. Are you hitting that? You know what I'm talking about. Are you hitting that? Yeah, I want you to hit that. The subscribe button is what I'm talking about. If you find yourself looking for NFL videos every single day, I promise you, here at Chat Sports, we're going to be keeping you updated on news, rumors. We cover everything. Sorry, it was a little creepy, but I do want you to hit that subscribe button. NFL MVP power rankings coming at you here. And remember, if you don't like my rankings, I do want you to hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, at MitchellRenz365. But most importantly, yell at me down in the comments section. I'm going to go from 10, work my way all the way down to number 1. At number 10, quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees, who has been historically great in terms of how accurate he's been with a 70.4% completion percentage. You can see right now his NFL MVP odds at plus 4,000. But I mean, for Brees, he's actually not the highest Saint on this list with 2,120 passing yards. He's got 17 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The biggest part for me was like his entire career. He's had some pretty solid pieces. This year, though, he's had to do it without Michael Thomas, and at 6-2, this is one of the better football teams right now in the league. So let me know. The entire reason why I did this video is because I want to know who y'all think is going to win the NFL MVP. So scroll on down there in the comments section. That's what we do here at Chat Sports. We demand your participation. Who will win the NFL MVP? Let's talk about some running backs now. It has been, well, since Adrian Peterson in 2015. That was the last running back to win the award. I also want to give a shout out to Aaron Donald, who honestly I think probably should have been on this list. But he's been an absolute total workhorse. Derrick Henry, that is, with 182 carries. I am filming this before Thursday Night Football. This will obviously change. But he's got the second most rushing yards this season, 843. And I still think about just the absolute dominance that he has been for over the last 2 seasons since Ryan Tannehill has taken over. Let's go to number 8 on my list, another running back, Alvin Kamara, tied for the 3rd most receptions in the NFL. Not just the running back position, between all players in the NFL with 60. He has been an absolute stud, currently on pace to break Christian McCaffrey's running back reception record of 116. Yeah, he's on pace right now for 120. More running backs here on the list. I wanted the running backs to get on because there have been 3 clear-cut running backs that have just been better than a lot of quarterbacks, and I wish this wasn't a quarterback award, but however, that's the world we live in. He leads the NFL in rushing with 858 yards, 12 touchdowns, currently averaging 122.6 rushing yards per game. That's bananas. Also, he's done this in one less game than Derrick Henry, one less game than Alvin Kamara. His odds at plus 3,300. So, how about we look at all 3 of these running backs, and I'm going to make you pick who's been the best this season. Here are the rushing stats. Advantage, Dalvin Cook. That will change, though, after Thursday Night Football, but the 12 rushing touchdowns, that's special. But let's now go to the receiving stats, right? Because this is where Alvin Kamara takes that next step. 565 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, 60 receptions for a running back is absolutely bananas to me. All 3 of these guys have been outstanding. Sure, Kamara and Cook are more of the dynamic running backs, but the question that I want to know from every single person that comes across this video, who's been the best running back this season? If you think it's been Derrick Henry, type DH. Maybe it's been Dalvin Cook, type DC. If it's been Alvin Kamara, type AK. If it's another running back that I haven't mentioned, go ahead and comment their name below. More quarterbacks, and spoiler alert, it's going to be quarterbacks from here on out. Josh Allen at number 6. He's been up and he has been down. If he can be more consistent, he deserves to be higher on this list. We've seen him be great, beating teams like the Seattle Seahawks. We've also seen him struggle, but 2,587 passing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns. He's almost like the modern-day Cam Newton, if you will. Now, today's sponsor is ThriveFantasy, and if you guys like doing prop bets and fantasy football, you're going to absolutely love Thrive. Now, with our promo code CHAT100, you get a 100% deposit match. What does that mean exactly? If you put down $50, they will give you $50 for free to bet with. If you put down $100, you're going to get $100 free to bet with. Now, what I wanted to be able to show y'all is I want you to challenge me and everyone here at Chat Sports. So go to chatsports.com/props. That's the link below. And these are the 3 tournaments that I entered. You can see the very, very top one. That one, only $5. Go find it there in their contest lobby. There's another one that I entered for 25 cents and then another one for $2. If you want to challenge me and the rest of the Chat Sports gang, go to chatsports.com/props. I will put that link available for y'all in the description and in the comments. And then when you sign up and deposit, use the promo code CHAT100 for a 100% deposit match. I promise you, you guys are going to have a lot of fun. You're going to have a good time. And if you have any questions whatsoever, you can email me, thrive@chatsports.com. I know I just threw a lot of information at you, but I want you to challenge me on Thrive. Email me, thrive@chatsports.com. All right, number 5, let's get into the top 5 now. We got Aaron Rodgers, who has the best quarterback rating in the NFL, right? So that means he's been the best quarterback. Not 100% true, but he has had an outstanding season. I almost wish we could see how good he could have been if the Packers would have maybe given him more talent in the draft, or honestly, if they would have made a move at the deadline, going out and getting a receiver like Will Fuller. 2,253 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers didn't have the best year last season. He's been on a revenge tour for this season. So let's look at the quarterbacks that have the highest ratings in 2020. You have Rodgers, who makes the list. Russell Wilson, you'll see him in a little bit. You'll see Patrick Mahomes in a little bit. You've already had Drew Brees. And then, the quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders, Derek Carr. Maybe he deserves to be on the list. Let me know. On Instagram, Twitter, find me at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's go to a quarterback where, if you look at just the stats alone, Ben Roethlisberger doesn't deserve to be on this list. But quarterbacks has always been a win. Like, they always get judged, right, on how much they win. The Pittsburgh Steelers are the only undefeated team left in the National Football League. Plus, I think he should win Comeback Player of the Year. I understand that Alex Smith is playing again, but Ben Roethlisberger deserves to be Comeback Player of the Year. We saw what the Pittsburgh Steelers were last year with Duck Hodges and with Mason Rudolph. It's clearly a much different football team. But the other reason, again, they're the number 1 team. If the playoffs were to start today, they would be the number 1 team at 8-0. If you watch this after Thursday Night Football, you'll see the Titans, the Colts, their records will obviously change as well. But the reason is you're 8-0. I mean, if they go undefeated, I'm sorry, I think Ben Roethlisberger deserves to win the NFL MVP. So how about this? We're going to walk you through the remaining games here for Pittsburgh. Let me know, can they go undefeated? You got Cincinnati, that should be a win. Jacksonville, that should be a win. Baltimore, they've obviously already beat. Washington, that should be a win. But then it does get a little bit tougher. You have Buffalo at 7-2. Are you going to get the good Josh Allen? Or are you going to get the bad Josh Allen? Cincinnati Bengals, win. The Colts, I do see them being a very tough team for Pittsburgh because of how solid their defense is. And then Cleveland. Pittsburgh should be able to take care of business for them. So predict the Steelers' record this upcoming season. They are currently 8-0. They have been phenomenal to watch. Almost lost to the New York Jets, though, last week. So scroll on down in the comments section and predict the Steelers' record for this upcoming season. Let's get into the top 3 now. Let's be real. If the NFL MVP is solely based on stats, Kyler Murray deserves to win it. Because he's right now on pace to be the first quarterback ever to have over 4,000 passing yards and over 1,000 rushing yards in a season. However, it's not all just stats-based, right? He has the 12th best quarterback rate in the NFL. The reason why he's putting up these numbers is because he's being forced to throw and he's being forced to run. He's basically being forced to do everything for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, last year's NFL MVP winner was Lamar Jackson, and it was unanimous. So considering the fact that Lamar was a unanimous winner, and honestly, I think Kyler Murray's numbers are better. He's got more passing yards. Sure, not as many touchdowns, more interceptions, less rushing yards. But at the end of the day, I look at touchdowns, and I look at wins. I know that the Cardinals won't win as many games as the Ravens did, but if Lamar was a unanimous winner and Kyler Murray's numbers are better, hey, all I'm saying is maybe he should be higher. At number 2, it's Patrick Mahomes on our NFL Power Rankings list. He is top 3 in passing yards, passing touchdowns, and quarterback rating. Last time I checked, that's all very good. Now, a lot of people are going to sit here and say, Mitch, 25 touchdowns, 1 interception. How is Patrick Mahomes not number 1 on your list? Well, honestly, he's got the 3rd most drop interceptions this season with 5, behind only Carson Wentz and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Now, listen, Patrick Mahomes, I will still say if I'm building my team, I'm going to take him. I still think he's probably the best player in the National Football League. But I'm doing NFL Power Rankings here. Patrick Mahomes is no doubt special, but he's not more, I think, important than number 1 here on my list. It's Russell Wilson for the Seattle Seahawks. What does MVP stand for? Most valuable player. There is not another player in the league that is more valuable to his team than Russell Wilson. He currently leads the NFL in passing touchdowns with 28. Sure, he's got 8 interceptions, but he's been the MVP frontrunner all season long. The Seahawks right now, they are 6-2, and their defense has been actually historically bad. Like, they're on pace to give up the most passing yards in an entire season. Ever since the Jamal Adams trade happened, it really hasn't got much better. But for me, there are still so much time left, right? The NFL season, we're only halfway there. And it's probably going to end up going to a quarterback. So here are the stats for Wilson, Mahomes, Murray. These are my clear-cut top 3 guys. But obviously, there's more to being a quarterback than just passing it in today's league. So let's look at the rushing numbers. It's clearly in favor of Kyler Murray. Now, both quarterbacks are continuing to be able to show you that they can get it done with their arm, they can get it done with their legs. But obviously, for me, Russell Wilson's 1. It is a very, very close second for Patrick Mahomes, and then a very, very close second with Kyler Murray at number 3. So let me know down in the comments. You made it this far in the video. Obviously, you care about what we're doing here at Chat Sports. Who should be ranked number 1? Should it maybe be an Aaron Rodgers? Maybe it should be Ben Roethlisberger. Is it a running back? If you want to throw in a defensive player like Aaron Donald with 9 sacks, I'm good with it. That's what Chat Sports is. We want to know what y'all are thinking. So before I leave you, again, I do want to remind you to please subscribe to Chat Sports on YouTube. We drop new videos basically every single 3 hours. Plus, we go live Monday, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. Here are my top 10 NFL power rankings list. You got Drew Brees at 10, all the way to Josh Allen at 6. And then my top 5, all quarterbacks here. Aaron Rodgers, Big Ben, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson. If you disagree with my list or if you want to add some more names, scroll on down in the comments section and let us know.